Hi, I'm Scott Schubert with Trading Mastermind, and today I'm going to show you how to add additional time frames into MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. We're going to cover why that might be extremely important in your trading. Okay, so first we're going to cover how to add additional time frames in MetaTrader 4, but I'm cheating a little bit by saying that because the way to do that is to not use MetaTrader 4. So a lot of people will say, well, my broker has MetaTrader 4, and to that I would say, that's nice, but what would that have to do with what charts you're going to look at? I'm using Motive Wave. My broker doesn't connect with Motive Wave. I'm using eSignal. In the past, I used eSignal. eSignal is a standalone professional trading platform that doesn't connect to brokers. I'm using TradingView, and my broker doesn't connect to TradingView. And I now often use MetaTrader 5 demo account, which is not connected with my broker, just to emphasize the fact that looking at charts is one thing, having a broker and placing trades is another thing. And so once you realize that you don't have to look at the charts that your broker provides for you, then we have that problem is now solved, right? So with MetaTrader 4, the way you want to do this is to not use it. There is a way that you can use this indicator called the period converter, and that is the most clunky, awkward hack using a charting platform. You don't want to do it. So the period converter, just take my word for it, try it, whatever. You don't want to use that. It's a hack. You can take one of your existing charts and put the period converter on it and multiply the time frame, and then open up an offline chart and have an additional. You got to set up all your charts with many different profiles, and if you do anything to the mother chart, it will cause the chart that you created to no longer be active, and the price is not changing, and it's a complete hassle. And why would you do that? So don't do that. And instead, one thing that you can do is to use MetaTrader 5 demo account, or if your broker provides it, whatever. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a broker that uses MetaTrader 5 in order to use a MetaTrader 5 demo account as one of your charting solutions. So with MetaTrader 5, and a lot of people don't realize this, but if you just go to the toolbar, and this one that has the time frames on it is called the periodicity toolbar, and you can right click on that, and then you get these options, one of them being customized, and then here are all these other options that you can just insert into your toolbar so that you have more time frames. So that's one thing you can do to solve this problem. Okay, then you have all of the time frames in there, but they may not be in the order that you would like them to be displayed. So you can go here, and like this is the monthly followed by the 2 minute. So you just click on up, and while I'm clicking on up, I can actually see this moving over on the toolbar until it gets into the proper place, which would be below the 5 minutes. And then you just keep on doing that with all of these, and that's how you would further arrange the time frames into a sensible order. You want them to go in, from the lowest time frames to the highest, and they don't automatically do that. So that's how you would put them into that order. So we won't go through that whole process because that's unnecessary, time-consuming process that you will need to go through to put them in the proper order. So that's how you get the additional time frames onto MetaTrader 5 that MetaTrader 4 has somehow never seemed to be able to add as a new feature, making it kind of undesirable to use MetaTrader 4 for charting, at least. I mean, you can use it for entering a trade, but for charting, why would you want to have these additional time frames? First of all, I would invite you to go back and look at one of my previous videos, which was like 7 years ago. Not even in the newer widescreen format on YouTube. There's a video called Best Forex Trading System, Key to Cracking the Code by Adjusting the Frequency. And a lot of people don't know that I actually released this video of something that was held private within our community. And when you hear all these endless testimonials of people who have made tremendous breakthroughs in their trading, it's because they know how to read the charts. So one of the things that has enabled people to make this breakthrough and actually be able to read the charts is to learn how to adjust the frequency. And I can tell you right now that if you don't have these additional time frames on your chart, it is pretty much impossible for you to be able to properly read the charts, to read the financial markets. These additional time frames must be on your chart. And once you have made this breakthrough where you can see the trends that the market makes, it's not my opinion and it's not anyone's opinion about what time frame is desirable to trade on. The market forms patterns that can be viewed on certain frequencies. And if you want to view them properly, you're going to adjust the frequency of your chart so that you will be able to see them. If you don't have them on there, you won't be able to see them. At least you won't be able to see them very well. So more and more, the people who actually know how to read the financial markets are demanding that these time frames be on there. So that's one reason why no one should ever use MetaTrader 4 for a charting platform. But if you need to have a good, decent, free charting platform, MetaTrader 5 demo account, if necessary, will provide that for you, and you can do everything that you would need to do to be able to see all the turning points that the market forms. On TradingView, this is no problem. You can add all the time frames. You can make custom time frames and add them in there as long as you have the paid version. If you have the free version, as soon as you try to add a time frame in there, it says, sorry, this is only available in the Pro version. So with MotiveWave, these are the most advanced, beautiful charts. I'm not having a particular preference on charts, and I've tried all different kinds of them, but MotiveWave is extremely advanced in all of their tools in every respect. And so if you happen to use MotiveWave, you can see here how I've already customized this to have all the time frames right below the charts, and also they're up here under this drop down menu, but much easier to use this handy toolbar that appears below the charts. So as you can see, it's very easy to add the additional time frames when you first get MetaTrader 5, and it's very clunky and pretty much impossible to do it on MetaTrader 4 using an additional plugin or an additional indicator called the period converter. It is possible to do it, but not really feasible, not really practical. So that's how you add the additional time frames, and that's how you can set up your motive wave and your trading view so that you will be able to see the proper frequency for when the market is going to make a turn and be able to identify it. And when you're making these breakthroughs and reading charts, there will come a time when you want to learn what really works in Forex trading. And when you get to that point, just go to tradingmastermind.com.